What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we get ready to try one of the reskinned bosses. Now, we've already done most of the bosses, and I think this series is probably on its way out, simply based on the fact that it's gathering up its jacket, it's putting its shoes on, it's doing that thing that people do at restaurants when they want to leave, where they like half stand up, but then they realize nobody else is coming with them, so they sit back down. It's doing that thing right there, and so obviously, I'm not actually really interested in doing the same progression that we've already done. And so after we defeat some bosses, maybe I'll just record the episodes for today, like the next 4 or 5 episodes. And then after that, we'll bid this one adieu until the 1.0 version comes out. At which point, we'll stop back in, we'll check on it, we'll see how it's evolved since time began. Well, not since time began, but since Darkest Dungeon began. Which, since this game has run almost up to like 40 episodes now, it might as well be since time began. So anyways, we gotta get some people ready though. We got a limited amount of guap that's all available for us to spend. Not like a ton. Like, we don't have insane amounts of like expendable income. Like, we couldn't walk up in the club and be like, make it rain, and drop clinkies all over the place. But we do have enough money to where we might be able to buy like a fancy drink for a particular female if we desired it. So anyways, let's go back over here, and the person I wanted to upgrade is going to be Tardif. Tardif, we need to take your sword up to... Oh no, I wanted it to be level 3 and now my heart is broken. How do you feel about that, Tardif? My heart is broken. He's like, well, you know, I'm a leper, so basically, like, my entire body is broken. Like, everything on me is broken. If I could just have a broken heart, I think I'd be in a decent mood, actually. I think I could manage that particular situation without too many malfunctions. We also need to get... Okay, so Sister Dee Dee's probably coming on this one. Who else do we have? We had Viewpoint. Let's see here. Viewpoint. Viewpoint. That's what I don't know what to call him right now. I'm going to go Viewpoint from now on because it makes me happy. Let's see here. Every rose has... Every rose has its thorn. How does that song go? Actually, that's one that I can never remember. Let's see here. We've got Encourage. If I could turn back time. If I could find a way. Oh, that's ridiculous. I didn't actually notice the names of all of his... Like, every single one of his abilities for the camping menu is like a 1980s song. That's hilarious. There's no 1980s song called Wound Care. That does not exist. Neither Pep Talk. Tiger's Eye, however, I'm not sure, but I know that Every Rose Has Its Thorns is GNR. And then Turn Back Time is a song they used to play on, like, you know how they always have, like, the adult contemporary station? Like, in every location, they just have that station that's for, I don't know, like, middle-aged people with kids where they just play stuff that they like all day, every day, or liked back in, like, the 80s. That's how it was when I was a kid. That song was always on. If I could turn back time. Like, all the time. It's okay, though. I have a fond appreciation for 80s music. I used to hate it, actually. I used to be a hater on the 80s all the time, and now I'm just like, eh, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're going to bring McCult along. Everybody's actually got pretty decent... Yeah, I think we'll be able to get away with this one. I don't really see too many problems in the future. I don't know, maybe put him right there so that he can attack. I've kind of liked him in attack position recently. I like to treat him like a Gundam and just keep him like... And just like put him into like an attack position. And so that seems alright. We'll go and kill the Necromancer or get our asses kicked in the process, and I'm sure nothing terrible could happen from this particular venture. Let's go for 20 food, go for a couple of shovels, go for a couple of those bad boys, maybe some medicinal herbs. There we go. We got plenty of money right now, so I don't mind throwing the dosh around a little bit if it means that we can have some extra stuff to spend on the back end. I'll probably just take like 12 torches. That seems alright to me. Everything seemed good to you guys? Okay, then let's embark. In we go to take a look around here. I think what we want to do is... This dungeon does not look too bad. I'd be willing to bet the boss is right there. It's pretty easy to like pin where the boss is going to be, so I figure we kind of just like run in here. I know that if I holy water this, I get myself like a ridiculous amount of stress back, but I'm not really interested in doing that right now. So let's just continue forward, and maybe later on if we have to backtrack or we have somebody that goes completely batshit nutty, we can fix that. Oh good, we got spider. What the hell is that? What is that thing? That's new. They patched the game, by the way. They patch it a lot, in fact. And so, yeah, that's right, Spider. You bleed. Overgrown Webbers. Okay. He's like, actually, it's pronounced Weber. Thank you. I would prefer it if you could say my last name properly. It would really sort of help me in not biting you in the face more violently than I need to. I think it's just who's acted this turn, maybe? I don't know. That's a little bit odd. Let's go see if we can move some people up, move some people back. Treat it like a dance song, like move up to the front, shake your rump, move back to the back, to shake your ass. Like, it's not, I'm not very good at these sorts of things, but I'm doing my best here. I'm doing my best. I'm going to help move him to the front now, so that maybe we can have a turn later on. That was actually pretty much the worst rearrangement we could have possibly gotten with this particular group. It really just like threw us for a loop. Not even for like a loop. There wasn't even a particular shape right there, because the loop is the best part of the roller coaster. She's now marked, which means she's going to be getting hit for inordinate amounts of damage. That's actually one of those things that I'd like to see toned down slightly. Not a lot, but the spider bite does too much damage. Just way, way too much to be... It's too easy for the spiders to apply a mark and then hit you shortly thereafter for 22. It happens way too frequently. And so it's just one of the things about these fights that, like, for example, if you get started just like we did, where you end up with your line all messed up and you have to rearrange, the spider fight needs to be dealt with, like, on the first turn. Like, you can't let it go any further than that. You have to kill at least a couple of them on the first turn. And since, oh, a double dodge right there, unfortunately, at the wrong time. I'm going to keep those bleeds stacking up if I can. I mean, it's something. It's all I've got right now. And so, since they're my main combatants, I'm just going to leave things standing around as they are. She's got a little bit of stun resist, which is actually good, so it does go both ways. I had questioned that a couple episodes ago. I've been like, so do we get stun resist too? We do indeed. There it is right there, 40% stun resist, because they stunned her twice in a row. So I guess it does go both ways. That's pretty awesome, giggity. Let's go ahead and continue spamming heals on her, because as of right now, we simply cannot have somebody at the level of health she is at as we go deeper and deeper down into the darkest of the dungeons. Or so the game keeps telling me anyway. I'm pretty sure I found darker dungeons on my own personal adventures. Like, this one actually seems to be fairly well illuminated. It's well educated, it's cultured, it's a joy to be around. It always has witty repertoire in order to throw back, or repartee, is that the word that I wanted? Witty repartee. He's always got something to throw back. There's a little bit of gold in a shovel, just in case. Why do the spiders have shovels? I don't know. Maybe just to show us that they can dig it, suckers! Okay, so we've got not much else going on. I don't know if I should rush this one out, and then after the boss, we should go ahead and just, like, see what happened. Hey, don't you have a really good trap sense? It's you, isn't it? 50%? Yeah. Ooh, there it is. There's our lady. Fantastic. This is actually my first episode back from the weekend. I took the weekend off, even though I wasn't going to. Like, I had a whole bunch of stuff that I needed to get done, but ultimately I got invited to a family gathering, and it was the side of the family that always has really, really good wine and, like, good conversation, and so I was like, all right. Well, I'm going to stop on by, and we'll have a good time. And it was. It was actually, I think it was just what I needed in order to get my batteries recharged. I don't know. Lately, when I've been dealing with things from the channel, I've just been feeling, like, exhausted, like, all the time. It's the strangest feeling. Like, I just feel tired, like, all the time. And it's not because I'm doing anything in particular that's more strenuous than anything anybody else does. I think that I just, like, I'm a little bit mentally drained at the moment, and it is affecting my work. At least that's what I've noticed just over the course of the last week or two. And so I was glad that I finally got to take a week off, and I spent, like, 2 or 3 days just, like, I don't know, gullet deep in my cups. Please don't surprise us. Yeah, I don't want any surprises right now, if I can help it. The only day that I like surprises are on my birthday and on Christmas. Although, even though, like, sometimes, well, I'm not going to go there. Wow, we have a lot of health. I didn't realize how much health we had. So who can I strike? I mean, they both have bleed resist, so this is kind of pointless, and it doesn't really do that much damage. What's his 2 to 4? So yeah, let's just buff. Maybe we'll be able to lock this down some other magical way here. Either way, though, we need to go straight through the front of this line, because if we can't get to the back very, very soon, we are gonna have problems. So yeah, let's get on it right now before this gets out of control. We got him down a little bit on health, but not a lot of bit. I don't know if I should continue forward with... She's got an 18% crit chance? Well, hell, just go ahead and give it a go then. I don't know. We need all the DPS that we can muster for right now, because he's gonna ground pound and he's gotta go. Hell yeah! What I like about the leper is when he does his dodge animation, or when he does his animation where he gets hit, I love how he doesn't flinch, like he steps into it. That's like straight man mode, beast mode right there, and I enjoy it. He's like, ugh. It looks like, sometimes it even looks like he's covering other party members. Like if it attacks the front two and it hits him but not the back person, it gives the impression that he like jumped in front of the bullet for his party member, and I like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, DPS still just not bringing it home right now. I can get him mostly back up to like full health, but we still have a lot of ground to cover before we can finish this guy off. Luckily, I went through, and I think that's one of the #1 upgrades you can give people in this game has got to be armor. Just like upgrading your armor in and of itself increases your dodge to like an absurd extent to where the bigger mobs have trouble hitting you. And so after that takes over, once you start to realize how useful it is, I think that it's probably something I'm going to focus on a lot in my future playthroughs. There we go. We finally got the big guy down. I don't have a whole lot of ways to rearrange their line. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Oh, we got a double dodge right there. That's unfortunate. Bayonet jab, though, so he's basically been sidelined. He's no longer able. We put him on the bench. He's bench warming right now. Honestly, there were some days where I didn't mind bench warming when I played sports. I was like, hell yeah, I'll be on the bench later. Especially those days when it was like pissing down, raining sideways. You're like, yeah, I'll warm the bench, sure. Anything's not to being left out. Left out, it's a joke. It's a baseball joke. So if you got put in left field when you were a kid, nothing ever got hit to left field when you were in like T-ball or in farm ball. And so they called it left out because you just like stood out there and like played with ladybugs and didn't do shit all day. Of course, the one time you would drop your focus, some like random, 8-year-old with a mustache would knock it out to the fence and then everybody would be mad at you. But hey, that's their fault for putting you in left out.
These nightmarish creatures can be fed.
Got a little bit of food right there. We got some deeds, which I'm excited about. We got the Archer's Ring. We can actually... Oh, it's only for range. That's unfortunate. I was going to be like, well, why are we even bothering to use the healing armlet then? Maybe we should just, like, throw that on him. I don't know. It looks pretty good. The Archer's Ring, it's got a little arrow. The square seems like it would be bothersome on your finger, though. Like, it might have some kind of, like, chafing action going on. Just like, this ring is so uncomfortable. I would almost lay money on the fact that it's over here. People say I love money, but would you lay money? No, let's go ahead and oh, I don't like this fight. This fight makes me sad. This fight makes me feel like something terrible is about to happen to me. Let's get people bled up. They're going to resist. That's okay. We'll get... Oh! Right there from Tardif. This is why I enjoy having you around. If Tardif was from Cardiff, that would make me pretty happy, because then it would rhyme. And I don't know if you know this about Splattercat, but Splattercat very much enjoys his random rhyme schemes. Additionally, he enjoys his random commentary, but I would prefer... if we could keep it just to rhyme schemes, that's pretty cool, too. Like, I'll take one or the other. And he resisted Zashtun. That's unfortunate, but we'll get him on the next turn. Hopefully he doesn't get another attack, because I don't want to get knocked back by his little blunderbuss attack.
A trifling victory.
Okay, we'll get that over there.
Nonetheless.
Let's... Sure, why not? Let's go for it. He's got a lot of stress on him anyways, so I think he was up to like 20, 25. Not a total waste. We brought it for a reason. The thing that I'm worried about is that we're going to get deeper into the dungeon, and at that point, it'll be too late for me to use one of them, and I will have wasted gold on something that was ultimately not very useful. So that's fine. I'm cool with that resolution. I'm cool with that. I'm cool without it, because I have self-confidence. Let's go ahead and disarm a trap right here. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling very loopy today. This is like, have you ever had that thing where you wake up in the morning, but your eyelids are just ridiculously heavy? I'm sure this is a common phenomenon, but you just can't wake up. And even like 2 hours later, you just feel just like groggy, just like out, like you've been drinking or something. And I haven't been. I haven't had anything to drink since like Saturday. But nonetheless, I woke up this morning. It doesn't help that apparently my upstairs neighbor has himself a meat tenderizer now. And he decides to do it flat at 8 o'clock every morning, just thump, 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 thump. And he does it for like 45 minutes. I need to go talk to him, but I don't like being that neighbor that's just like, hey, can you like SDFU? No, he's a cool guy. He's a cop. He lives upstairs with his son, and he's chill. Like, he's a cool guy. Way better than some of the neighbors that I've had. But at the same time, this whole like, let's tenderize meat at... No, don't. Let's tenderize meat at 8 in the morning every single morning is not... I don't think that I'm down with it. I don't think I'm down with it at all. I'm not down with the sickness. I'm not down with meat tenderizing. While meat tenderizing is kind of metal, like you get your Slayer on and just put like rain and blood on while you tenderize some meat. I don't know. It seems like it would be vaguely cathartic, but still, waking me up at 8 a.m. because I'm a late riser because I stay awake probably till 4 or 5 every morning because I just don't sleep and I just like work on stuff. I don't know. It's just what I do. I sit and I work on the channel a lot, and so because of that, I typically don't get up till about 10 or 10:30. I'm a light sleeper anyways, so once I get to sleep, I like to stay asleep because, frankly, getting to sleep in and of itself when you're an insomniac is kind of just like one of those things where you're like, yes! Like, I've woken up totally in the morning just like excited about the fact that I like fell asleep the night before. I was like, oh, right! Why didn't I give her more stress? Oh, I feel dumb now. Maybe I should have gone with her. Oh well, 4 damage to both of you. That was actually a pretty good strike. Like, I know they're not going to bleed, which really negates the purpose of the attack, but hey, 4 damage to both of them is not bad. I'll take it. Let's throw out... we'll go with the AoE for right now. We don't need it that badly, although he could use some very, very nice loving in just a second. So let's get started on these enemies. Once we've got them down to the point where they're going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy to get rid of, I'll have him start using Sanctuary or whatever the hell the name of that ability is, so he can get himself... There we go. That's what I'm looking for. We'll fish that out real quick. His self-confidence has been low lately, and so we've been trying to make him feel better by feeding him enemies. Don't tell him we're doing it, though. If you tell him we're doing it, it sort of ruins the point here. I guess we'll finish the fight off. Every time I extend a fight out, I regret it, so...
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
There we go. That's good. So minus 10 stress will actually help us get quite a bit further, although this dungeon actually does not offer that much to be worried about. Yep, I was indeed correct, and I don't say that in a gloating sense. It's just that if you look at the point that is the most moves away from where you start, it is almost universally where the game puts the boss. I'd actually like to see a system where it places the boss semi-randomly and maybe nerfs your scouting checks as you get closer and further away. I don't know. There's got to be some system that you can implement that'll make hunting down the boss a little bit more interesting, to give it like bonuses or penalties depending on how you found the boss or something. I don't know. Things to think about. I'd also like to see dungeons that are timed, like you only have a certain number of moves to get them done. I'd like to see a lot of like different victory stipulations aside from just like mashing your way through the dungeon violently.
Resistance.
Let's go ahead and grab that right there, even though what they're going to do to me right now is give me another one, but hey, it'll stack up. I figured this would happen. Sentimental gifts are hidden inside. We've actually got a pretty reasonable amount of goodies here. I'm gonna get that out of the way, and maybe I'll put you right there. I don't really have anything else. We can get rid of the archer's ring. It's not that useful. I mean, it's decently useful. It's a good item, but I think we already have one. And if we don't, then I haven't equipped it yet. I'm probably not going to, so there you go. I figure we'll stop off. I don't know if I want to fight the boss first, and then after that we'll camp so that we can go back and get the rest of the dungeon. Or if for right now, I just want to camp and get ready. Maybe some buffs would be nice, though. Yeah, let's go with the buffs.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
We actually don't need the health. See, there's insult to injury right here because there's no food. And there's also flies. Nobody likes flies. Flies are the worst. I don't know if I should go with that one. We'll go for a minimum meal right here. We'll go for a half ration because I'm not that concerned. But can you eat food while you're right here? Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get our crit up. Yep, that'll do it. I don't really care about a whole lot of the other stuff, but what I personally want to do is give us accuracy, give us dodge, essentially anything that'll make our lives a little bit easier. Do we have anything here that'll help out? He can suffer 20% HP damage, which in this case will be around 10 damage. What does he have right here? Reflection. Reduces his stress by 20. Yeah, go for that right there. That seems nice. On this side, we've got Tiger Eye. Yeah, give that to her so that she's a little bit stronger off. On this side, what I'd like to do is maybe... so I can increase stress on somebody and then lower it on everybody else. Just do it right there. I'm sure it'll be okay. I mean, it doesn't work on him, though, which is, like, one of the bad parts, I guess. We'll go with Pep Talk on him now that he's got that, too. Just to keep the whole thing circular. Since we used him as the butt of our joke, we might as well give him something to wipe with. So there we go. Rest, and then hope we don't get ambushed in our sleep, because that would actually... there's a strong chance that we could go into this boss fight a lot weaker, in fact, than we thought we would be at this point. However... I think we may have made it. I think. Okay, we made it.
May we find victory.
Oh, we have a whole nother room. Never mind. We probably might have been okay. Maybe, possibly, slightly. Let's go ahead and dig a hole in that right there. I am an adventurer, and I dig a big fat hole. That's why the monsters are so angry at us, because we're up inside their house just digging holes. You ever had somebody come up in your house and just dig holes? Exactly. It would be infuriating. I'd be like, there used to be Berber right here. What did you do? What did you... there used to be 1970s shag carpet right here. My room had 70s shag carpet when I was a kid. It was pretty awesome. My parents didn't like have it in the house. It was there from the people that lived there before, and they hated it. My parents got rid of it like when I was probably... oh, I don't know. My parents got rid of it when I was probably 12 or 13. But yeah, like big, probably 4 or 5 inch long shag rugs. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty... it felt good when you laid on it. You were just like, ah. It was comfy. It felt like you were like laying on a room-sized bed. It was great. People used to... I mean, it smelled a little funny. And you sort of worried about what activities had taken place on it. Just logic dictates as an adult that that would be probably one of the places where people would do it. But you know. The clawing dead. Why did they have to be clawing? That doesn't seem... ow, that seemed like it hurt a lot more than I expected. What's his bleed resist? Hopefully not so good, but for right now, let's get that crit rate up. Let's make sure that everybody hits hard. So there's 6 damage. I don't know if my wisest choice is to sort of like waste my turns going after the front line right now. This could become like one of those sloggy fights, especially given the way that he kind of does things. Yeah, 6 feet under only does 1 damage though, as I recall. It gives us a lot of stress though, so we're going to have to watch out for that at some point. Sometimes I feel worried that that's not going to strike the way that I want it to. I'm going to use... Let's go ahead and heal him up. Just make sure that his health is okay. So that if we get clawing did again, we don't end up in some weird... Oh, an 8 damage crit right there. And we got him with the bleed, so that'll help out with his HP over time as well. That'll definitely add a little bit of urgency to his existence. Okay, we're back up right here. Let's throw up another buff because he can't do anything else. On this side, let's give him a choppa-loppa dang-dong. Ooh, 33. 33 damage right there. It's weird how you can just fish out a couple of crits. It makes a fight go a lot quicker in this game. The flesh is willing. Oh, I remember that one now. I was going to say, what the hell is the flesh is willing? Is that a new ability? The flesh is not willy. The flesh is not willy. Okay, so we got 13 damage done right there. I would really prefer not to get behind on his little minions. And so, rather than have her heal on this turn, I think I'm just going to have her DPS a little bit. And we'll come in on the next turn and see if we can maybe make this a little bit more damaging. We've got a lot of crit right now. 27% chance to crit on her, which is major. Like, that's like MMO levels of crit, at least for some games. And so, my hope is that we could fish out 1 or 2 more and maybe make this fight go a tad faster. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're getting lucky like that. He's going to go a 6 feet under right there. I think I probably should have waited till after the fight in order to rest, just like what I'm leaning towards right now. It's unfortunate that went down like that. It's also unfortunate that we got bad damage rolls twice. It's okay though, because we'll clean up the first guy right there. This boss is not that difficult. In fact, I think the worst boss by far is the Hag. The Hag's the only fight so far in the entire game that I found you actually need like a specific composition to win. And then everything else, I mean, honestly, the Hog is actually the Swine Prince. He can be difficult if you're not leveled up yet, but the Necromancer's easy no matter like where you're at. I don't know. He doesn't seem that bad to me. We're going to catch a lot of stress from this. It's unfortunate because I didn't want to put our A-team on reserve to get their stress taken care of in between episodes, but it looks like it might have to happen. There's 3 damage right there. I just want to keep him bled up. That extra 2 damage turns out to be a lot over the course of like 10, 15 turns, if you know what I mean. Yada da boo-boo. Anyways, we'll get him all damaged up here. He's only got 37 left. We'll take it nice and slow. We'll make sure that we do this formulaically and the way that the fight is meant to be fought. Because I could get aggressive and I could jump into the back line and start going after him super nasty style, just like waving my fingers everywhere and just be like, and like licking them and being all gross. But I think I'll leave it alone for right now. Stack more bleeds. There it is. How much bleeding can we stack on this guy? If I can get 6 or 7 per turn, it'd make me pretty happy. 13 damage done right there. We should be able to finish it off with a hew, assuming that there's no dodge. Okay. 25. Let me try and stun him. I know he's got 90% stun resist, so chances... Oh, it worked! What the hell? He's got a 90% stun resist. I'm amazed that actually worked. It shouldn't have. 90% stun resist. The odds were firmly in the favor of our opponents, so... 7 damage right there. Damn. That seems like I got a tummy scratch one time when I was skateboarding. Like, it was a gash. It was not a scratch. It was a gash in reality, but I'm underestimating it here, and it did not feel good because you don't realize how much your tummy reticulates, or articulates, there we go. You don't realize how much it articulates until you have like a giant scratchy cut on it. And then you're like, this is not so great. Frankly, I may just bail out of this one right now, just in the interest of making sure nobody gets maxed out on stress. I should have waited on the campfire till after. I think that was foolish of me.
At least promises success.
A dodge stone. Okay, we'll sort out whatever you can right now. And I figure, let me get rid of you. What's the map look like? Do we have it fairly well scouted out? Hey, I can't look at my map while we wait on treasure. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, let's filter some things through for right now. And I don't really want any of these trinkets. All these trinkets are okay, but that one's probably the best out of all of them. But even so... Yeah, actually, I'll throw that on him. That seems okay. That'll work. And then maybe give him the bleed stone, too, so that his bleed skills kind of, like, get through resistance. Yeah, that'll work out. That's fine. I like that better than where we were sitting anyways. The blight skills would be nice if you could really get them stacked up on your Plague Doctor, but I don't know if it's going to work like that in the future. I don't use the Plague Doctor that much because it's a really situational character that's sometimes completely useless and other times really, really useful. So I don't really like using her, but... I don't really think we need the crests, in all honesty. Like, we have so many crests that I'd rather not worry about it. Skeleton key item had no effect. People told me that it's the ones in the boss room that always have treasure or something like that. But my faith is lacking. My faith is very, very lacking. So there's the Tome of Holy Healing. Is there any other kind? I guess there's the weird healing where you use, like, satanic forces and hentai tentacles in order to heal yourself, but I don't know. It's heal received. I wish that hers were heal given, actually. like, heal receive seems like an odd bonus to give to her. Like, I guess she can heal herself up better, but I'd much rather, maybe it's the MMO player deep down inside of me, but I wish that this was heals given to other people. It'd make me feel better. Anyways, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle. I may just bail on this one right now. There's a long walk in front of us, and I think we're going to get kind of, like, stressed out by attrition, so I may leave this one where it lies. We killed off the Necromancer for the second time. He didn't seem that much more difficult than the first time. I think his damage was a little bit higher, but other than that, nothing to worry about. I'll see you on the next episode. Hi-do, everybody.